Goal, 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 goal. Well, listener, the joy and the enthusiasm of football, World Cup 2022 can not only be felt in Qatar and many countries, but this also in Indonesia, listeners. In this case, millions of people around the world really enjoy, the best team of football players around the world. In this case, for the final listeners. And today, at our studio, there have come two of our two special people from the representative from France and Argentina, listeners. The first is Mr. Martín Quaranta, second Secretary of Embassy of Argentina in Indonesia. How are you today, yourself?
I'm very fine, thank you.
Okay, and the second is Miss Charlotte ESNOU, as cultural attaché of French Embassy in Indonesia. How are you today, Miss Charlotte?
I'm good. I'm very good, Faisal. Thank you so much for having us.
Okay, you also come from here, right?
Yes.
Okay, well, first of all, I would like to say congratulations because Argentina and France can enter into final.
Yes.
For the World Cup 2022 in Qatar. Best team, best performance. Give applause. Well, now because Argentina as the first team that enter to the final, I would like to ask him firstly. Mr. Martin, do you like football actually?
I like it a lot, especially during the World Cup.
Really?
Yes.
So when you were a child, did you also play football maybe?
Of course, like almost every child in Argentina.
Oh, really?
Just on the streets, and it's every child's dream in Argentina playing in the World Cup. And I think that's what fuels that the professionals finally make it to the World Cup.
Okay.
Is that the fuel for our players as well? The desire of any child in Argentina to be there sometime.
Okay. Well, actually, did you watch the semi-final when Argentina defeated Croatia?
Actually, I did.
How do you feel now?
It was very exciting. Actually, after the first goal, we got to enjoy the game a lot. The previous game again, the Netherlands was very nerve-wracking. It was constant suffering until the last minute, but it was a good experience as well.
Okay, now let's turn to Miss Charlotte. Miss Charlotte, do you like football? Are you crazy of football actually?
I am crazy about football, obviously.
Wow.
Yes, and so are all the French people right now, and all the supporters around the world. Yeah, I can tell you the ambience, the atmosphere in France right now is ecstatic. Yeah, everyone, it's crazy.
By the way, when you were a child, did you also play football maybe?
No, I didn't play football myself, but a lot of my friends did as a child. Yeah. But not myself, I preferred other sport, but it doesn't mean that I don't like it.
Maybe by watching this also crazy football, right?
Absolutely.
Well, did you watch the semi-final when France defeated Morocco?
I did, yeah, and it was last night at 2 in the morning, so I woke up, and that's why this morning I'm a bit tired. I did, it was very exciting to watch,
Exciting for you, right?
Yes, and for everyone.
Okay, so Martin, so how the joy of people of Argentina greeted the final against France?
Actually, if you have seen the scenes from Argentina coming from there and from all around the world, the excitement is very high. But actually, I think we have learned to enjoy the process. We have reached the final in 2014. Yes. We have won the World Cup a couple of times. But we have learned that winning is not everything, right? So every step of the way is a good moment, is a cause for celebration in Argentina. So for sure, the final is special. So in Argentina there are thousands of people gathering, and from now to Sunday there is nothing that can be talked about except for the game.
Special moment.
yes, it is.
So what about you, Miss Charlotte? How the joy of French people greeted the final against Argentina.
Yeah, as I mentioned, I mean, everyone was in the street last night, really enjoying the moment. And I was listening to the radio this morning, and I was hearing the French president, Macron, who was in Qatar last night watching the game live. And he was interviewed by journalists, and he said, well, we need to really encourage people to enjoy these simple, joyful moments. And that's what's happening right now. Is really, we get together. It's a very, nation-oriented type of moment. And we are proud of our players, and we are proud of our country. And it brings people together, and that's very important to celebrate,
Special moment, special time.
Yes, absolutely,
Well, did you see the performance of Kylian Mbappe and also Oliver Giroud?
Yes.
So what do you think about their performance?
Well, as usual, they were very good, but none of them, scored any goals last night. Mbappe was, at the origin of the 2 goals that happened, but he didn't mark. So I think he hasn't marked since the Poland game, or the game against Poland. So I think now he's very hungry to mark, and that's probably what will happen. On Sunday we'll see. But Olivier Giroud, it wasn't his best game, I think, yet, but he's still performing really well. I have to say that Griezmann also last night really made an impression. He was there for all the actions, really thinking about the team and the collective, and that really showed.
So you mean for the final they are so hungry to make score?
I think so, especially Kylian Mbappe.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Mr. Martin, according to you, you also watch for as the first time, like Argentina versus Saudi Arabia, and even until now for the final. Did you also see the performance of Lionel Messi, Rodrigo Paul, and Julian Alvarez? So what do you think about their best performance?
Well, to be honest, you have mentioned 3 special players for us, right? Lionel Messi is everything for us. He's our leader. We have learned as fans to appreciate him as a player, and learning that he's not going to be there forever. So we have learned to enjoy him play regardless of the result. Then Rodrigo de Paul is the one who is always running around the all over the field. I say especially the ones who are not very talented like me.
Okay.
I say if I was there, I would be him, just running around, helping the teammates. But he is very talented. That's the difference. And then Julian Alvarez, it was very noticeable that 10 years ago he was just a fan, like all Argentinian. He was taking pictures with Messi, and now he's getting an assist from him. So he's the one living the dream, and hopefully they can help us on the Sunday game as well.
So do you also hope that for the final they will make score, right?
Hopefully. But if it's not them, must be another player, maybe a sub, whoever.
Okay, Miss Charlotte. According to you, who will be the star of French team for the final?
Well, it's hard to tell. Obviously, we always have the same names coming. Kylian Mbappe, Olivier Giroud, Griezmann, but also Varane. All of them, really. It's really hard. There are some really great talents in the team, but all the players are extremely important. It's really a teamwork. So hard to tell who's going to shine particularly, but all of our eyes, obviously, are going towards Mbappe, because he's the one that is, the most popular right now, and also probably the best player in the team. But
young, talented, and so popular.
He's very young as well. 23 years old.
So you are still, feel confused. Which one will be the best player? As the star.
I can say Kylian Mbappe will probably be. And Kylian Mbappe against Messi is also,
so,
a very exciting challenge. Yeah.
What about you, Mr. Martin? Who will be the star from Argentine team for the final?
I think Lionel Messi will have a great game, but he cannot play alone, right? So he needs all his teammates to help him. And so hopefully, as we say, that the team will be the star. But my personal favorite is Paulo Dybala.
Oh.
So it would be really enjoyable for me to see him play in the final.
So that's the reason you choose the person.
Yes, sure. Sure.
Okay, Miss Charlotte, actually, if France wins, for example, for the final, will your government give such bonus for, especially for the players, maybe?
You know, I don't think so. I don't think the French government gives specific bonuses. It comes from FIFA, you know, the FIFA Federation, we gives, you know, a certain amount of money for the final. It's 40 million euros, so that's quite a lot. And then the National Federation distributes it the way it wants. And in the case of the last World Cup in Russia in 2018, what happened is that the 40 million were distributed amongst, of course, the players and the staff to up to 30% of the amount, and then the rest was reinvested into the National Federation.
So because of 4 years ago as the World Cup, French won
That's
the title.
correct. Yes.
Not giving again.
Yeah, we're the title holders. Yeah, so we want to keep it. That's what's happening.
What about you, Martin? Will your government also give such a special bonus for players if Argentina wins the final?
I don't know the details in particular. I think, of course, if the FIFA money is going to be distributed at some point, the players they deserve it. It's not only it's also their profession. They're professional players, but for them it's not really about the money, right? Playing for the national country as well as the French players is about the privilege to represent your country. So I think that will be the most important bonus for them. But I think it would be great that the money can be distributed and invested in growing the sport, not only football. Also, when I mean football, Argentina is developing a women's professional league for the first time. So I think winning the World Cup would be a good boost for Argentinian football in general.
As usual, in the past time, Argentina won the title of, if I'm not mistaken, Copa America. Did the government also give bonus such bonus? Maybe not only giving money, maybe giving such, I can say like medal, maybe, right, or maybe such a home, maybe.
For sure. The recognition is all around Argentina when they win. But as I said before, we have to also learn to recognize and acknowledge our players just for giving their best for their country.
Okay. So, Miss Charlotte, actually, for the final especially, will the Embassy of France organize such, I can see Indonesia like nonton bareng or watching together?
Yes. Absolutely, yes, we will do a screening live on Sunday, you know, at the time of the game. So it will be 10 p.m. if I believe. On Sunday there will be big screenings on our auditorium at Institut Français, which is on Tamarin. And then, yes, the notifications are going to be sent on our social media and website, and everyone can come and watch. Yeah, and there's limited seating, but hopefully everyone who wants to join will be able to.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So, I mean, by the way, does the ambassador, your ambassador, also give such recommendation, especially for French staff who work in Jakarta? They must also watch this
Watch
final?
the game, yeah, of course.
Is it a must or not?
It's mandatory.
Oh, mandatory!
No, I'm joking. But everyone is just very willingly watching the games.
So for the final, will you stay in Jakarta or you will watch in another country?
Yeah, actually, I'm going to France this afternoon, so I will be in Paris for the final. It will be very exciting.
Wow, excellent.
Everyone in the streets, even though it's really cold in France right now, I'm sure everyone will be out.
Okay, what about from Mr. Martin? Will you also stay in Jakarta or go back to your country maybe to watch for the final? Or
I will stay in Jakarta.
Okay.
I will stay in Jakarta.
So your embassy will also organize such maybe nonton bareng or watching together, like big screening like French?
Yes, actually we are very few Argentinian living in Jakarta, so yeah, most definitely we will try to gather them. during this World Cup we couldn't make much of a gathering because of the time. We all our games except for the first one were at the 2 a.m. window. So this one is we are going to enjoy for sure watching the game at 10 p.m.
Is it also maybe the same like French embassy in Jakarta, like giving mandatory? Does your embassy also give such mandatory for some staff of Argentina who stay here?
It's not necessary at all.
Exactly.
They're really excited. They're really excited for the games, and the first thing they do when we arrive at the embassy in the morning is just greeting us and congratulating us for the results. And so
So at least, do you have any preparation for the final when you watch the final in Jakarta? Like preparation, maybe you will ask, you will invite your best friend to watch together, maybe, or your family.
Yeah, sure. It's we have been watching the games at the Argentinian restaurant in Jakarta, so that's a kind of our tradition. So I think when Argentinians do something for a game and the result is positive, we try to stick to it, right?
So what you, Charlotte, actually, when you will be in Paris for the final, maybe your family will also, I can say, have such preparation to welcome you to go back there to watch together.
Yeah, I mean, there's always so many Nonton-barang in France, in bars and restaurants, and even like the government or the city's government are putting big screens in like public spaces and parks and so on. So everyone gathered together outside or indoors right now because the weather is not so, so good. But it's really it's a party. Everyone organized to have something to eat or drink together. It's a very festive moment.
Okay. Well, talking about nationalism, for the final, will you also use this jersey?
Sure.
Really? What about you, Charlotte?
I will not leave this jersey until Sunday. I will keep it day and night.
Okay. Well, the success of a good team, the best team like Argentina and so France, cannot be separated for the success of coach. Now I ask you firstly, what do you think about the coach of Didier Deschamps, about his success to make France come into final?
His success is very impressive. He's been steady all throughout the way. He's been winning World Cup as a player.
Yes.
And then brought the team, the French team, 4 times in the final. Right now, I mean, if we win on Sunday, it will be the 2nd time in a row. So I guess after that, he can retire easy and can be at ease with his career because he would have done such a great job. Everyone loves him. Yeah, he's very respected. And we will be sad to see him go, whatever happens on Sunday. Yeah.
And you know that France will, I can say, will look at directly about the Argentina team, and this is really hard. I believe that because different country, different team, and different strategy. Do you think that Didier Deschamps also will hold another strategy to face Argentina?
Well, I think he would be I'm not a specialist, but it would be the worst decision to change strategy on the winning path, such as we have had until now. I don't think it would be good, but what do I know? Nothing. Maybe Didier Deschamps will decide to change a strategy just to surprise also them, the team, the Argentinian team. So I'm not sure what he will decide in the end, but I think we're on a good path and we should keep it this way.
And he has already prepared his best performance, maybe.
Yeah, he has for sure.
Okay, what about Mr. Martin? The success of Argentina to come to final can also be separated from the coach, especially from, like I can say, Lionel Scaloni. He is he was as the best player also as the Deportivo La Corona from Spain, Espana. So according to you, he will also change his strategy maybe to face France in the final?
Most probably. I mean, he tends to adapt his strategy regarding the different opponents.
Uh-huh.
France is such a strong team,
Mhm.
so he for sure will adapt. But the essence of the team is always the same, right? Same for France. Is what brought us to the finals.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
we have to be true to that.
Mhm.
Trust in our players, trust on their abilities, play to their best. But yeah, for sure there will be some changes, and it's a good thing that he's able to adapt to the circumstances. And also during the game, right? It's the most important job for a coach. Showing leadership and adapting to the changes of the result during the game.
Okay. Well, the good performance and also the best performance that can be shown by the players cannot also be separated from the support from supporters maybe at the stadium. Last night, President Macron watched the semi-final when France defeated Morocco. So will he also stay in Doha to watch for the final?
Yes, I believe he will. He will not stay until Sunday, but we will be back there on Sunday. Yes, that's what I believe. I mean, things can change, but
So you
that's what he has announced. Yeah.
you also hope that he will be there.
Yeah. Really, we hope. We need him to be behind us. Yes.
What about from Argentina? Argentina President Alberto Fernandez will also watch for the final.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure about that. It's a long way from Argentina to Qatar, and he's very busy at the moment. But he enjoys football a lot, and for sure he will be supporting our team. And
Well-
that's the good thing, that politicians and authorities are of course very important people. But when it comes to the World Cup, they are just one of us, right? Supporting the team as any other fan.
Well, approximately how many French supporters that will watch directly in the stadium for the final? Maybe according to you.
Yeah, so the data shows that around 10,000 supporters bought tickets to participate to the World Cup in Qatar. So, I'm not sure how many of them will be in the final games, but, a good amount, I'm sure, because even though the tickets must be really hard to get at this point, but yeah, I'm sure a good amount. And if not in Qatar, people will definitely watch at home.
Yes.
On the TV screen.
Not only in stadium, right?
Yeah.
So what from you, Mr. Martin? Maybe according to you, maybe approximately how many Argentina's supporters that will see directly for the final?
Well, I couldn't say, but I think Lusail Stadium capacity is like 80,000. So if it were up to us, it would be 80,000 Argentinian. If it's 50-50, so 40,000 seats are allocated to Argentinian, there will be full of Argentinian. But they will make sounds for the ones who couldn't make it. And so the support for our team will be felt for sure by the players, as it has been the case during the World Cup.
Okay. Now we are coming to the last question. What is your expectation for, I can say, the final, when Argentina versus France in the final?
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to predict. It will be a very tight game, that's for sure. Up until the very end, most probably. To have a prediction on the number of goals, I'm not sure. Maybe like 3-1 for France. But it's really just my saying right now.
So what about you, Mr. Martin? Maybe you have any comments for, actually maybe expectation or hope for the final Argentina versus France?
I think it's going to be a competitive game, tight game, and the talents on both sides is so great that both teams will have chances for sure. Right? It's you cannot avoid it. Having those kind of players, Kylian Mbappé, Olivier Giroud, Lionel Messi, Julian Alvarez. So it's going to be exciting for all people around the world. And hopefully it's going to be just 1-0 for Argentina.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you for coming, Mr. Martín Quaranta and also Miss Charlotte ESNOU. Listener, that's our interview with Miss Charlotte ESNOU as Cultural Attaché of the French Embassy in Indonesia, and also Mr. Martín Quaranta, as Second Secretary of Embassy of Argentina in Indonesia. Hopefully, listeners, Argentina and France, will show their best performance. Don't miss it. Just watch 18th December 2022 for the World Cup in Qatar. Bye-bye.
Bye.